Hey guys, Lewis here, and in this video today I just would like to talk about what chord voicings and what chords you should be using in Gypsy jazz. Let's start off with minor chords. So if you're playing a tune like minor swing, minor blues, dark eyes, most Gypsy jazz tunes have at least some minor chords in at some point. What sort of voicing should you be using? Now, it depends on the song actually. So if you're playing a song like minor swing, minor 6 are going to be your best choice. So something like this voicing here, minor 6. This is an A minor 6. So that's A, E string number 5, the D string number 4, and then the G and the B on the 5th fret as well. The A and the E string are both muted. This is like the staple Gypsy jazz minor voicing. Obviously, a movable shape. And it sounds great. So if you're playing a song with that sort of tension and, that sort of sound, that's the ideal voicing. But if you're playing a song like All of Me, or maybe a traditional major tune that has some minor chords in it, then I would probably recommend using some minor 7ths instead. So instead of using like, your standard D minor, something like this. It's a D minor 7, and this chord is a D minor 7. Once again, it's a movable voicing. So you've got the A string, that's your root, number 5, that's your D. D number 3, G5, and then B string number 6. So that's your root there. So obviously if we move it up 2 frets, E minor 7. So if you're playing a tune like All of Me, why not take all of me? Then that's the best voicing to use. So you've got to think about what sort of song you're playing. So far, minor chords with that tension, using minor 6th, and if it's a bit more of a swing major tune, minor 7th would be great. Major voicings. A common major voicing that Django used is something like this. This is a C6 over 9, which is a 6 over 9 chord. Just there's a great sound to it, having the 6th and the 9th in there. So when I play this chord, this takes a bit of practice. Now with my middle finger on top here, I'm barring across the E and the A string. My barring finger here is barring the D and the G, and then this third finger is barring the B and the E. It's like a triple bar major chord. It's crazy, right? But with a bit of practice, you get there with it from there. So it's got like the 5th in the bass on the E, that's the G on this occasion, on this C, 6 over 9. Once again, movable voicing in your head. Have the A string as your root. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, and so on. So that's the most common voicing you want to use. If that's a bit difficult, because it can be initially, this is quite a nice chunky major voicing. And it's just like a 6th chord. This is a C6. So I've got the 5th in the bass again. And this one is a C6. Once again, the root's on the A string. Real like chunky sounding. So there's a couple of nice major voicings you can use. Let's talk about some dominant 7ths. Now, the voicings that maybe I traditionally use, I'll start on the E string first of all. So if I go to the 5th fret, that'll be an A7. I've got my thumb involved. Now, obviously a lot of players over time in all genres of music have used the thumb as well. And it's a great tool to have. So this is my chord. This will be an A7, just a straight A7. Here it is an A7, so thumb's on the A, and this also looks a bit like a D major traditional chord. And this is an A7 on the 5th fret. If we move into the 3rd fret, that'll be a G7. And all these voicings just sound really dry, right? They don't, if I play a standard A7, too many open strings and it sustains, where this is really dry. And that's how you want it. Same chord, but if I do the root on the A string, I'll do an E7 chord. This is your standard dominant 7th shape with the root on the A string. So this chord will be an E7 on this occasion because my root is on the A string number 7. Once again, muting the top and bottom string. If you get a tune like Sweet Georgia Brown, it's using all these voicings. A7 with a thumb, D7 with a thumb. Using all them voicings. There's some nice dominant 7th voicings as well. So far we've talked about some major chords, some minor chords, and some dominant 7ths. I think something else you need to know in this style is some diminished chords. There's 2 main types in gypsy jazz that you'll use the most, and that's a half diminished chord and a diminished 7th. Let's start maybe with the half diminished. So that's if you're playing like a minor 2-5-1, you need this half diminished. This is I'll do the root on the A string first of all. I'll do it in the key of D. So this is a D half diminished. You'll use this chord a lot as well. D half diminished. And with this chord, once again, keep them all as dry as you can. Off the E string, D half diminished again. I'm all the way up at 10. It's a bit of a funny shape to get your fingers into. A bit of practice, you'll get it. But they're half diminished chords. The next ones that you need to know are some diminished 7ths. So if you're just playing like a typical gypsy jazz turnaround, you need to know that diminished chord. So here it is. It's that one in the middle. On this occasion, if I'm in C, C sharp diminished 7th, D minor 7, G7, back to C. So it's this chord here, C sharp diminished 7th. Obviously, these are all movable shapes, so the fact it's in C sharp doesn't matter because you can move it there. It's in D, D sharp, E. So like I said, if you're playing a typical gypsy jazz turnaround, I'll do it in D now. So that'll be D, D sharp diminished 7th, E minor 7, A7, back through. A tune like a coquette at the end. You want to know off the E string as well. I'll just do it in A while we're there. This is the voicing that you want to use. It's a little bar with my first finger, so top, D, G and B I'm sort of covering, mainly the D and the G, because that finger there is on the G there. So it's a funny bar across. A string's muted, E string's muted. It goes on from there. So that's the other one. So if you're doing a turnaround in G, there it is. So they're the most common gypsy jazz voicings that you want to use. Major ones, C6 over 9, which is nice. All that straight 6th is quite nice. Minor chords, minor 7th, so the minor 6. Dominant 7ths, well, we've just got a couple of nice straight shapes there. They're more dry sounding. And then obviously them diminished and half diminished that you need to know. Half diminished, and then your standard. Diminished 7ths. If you have all those in your locker, you'll just about be able to play every gypsy jazz tune you need, right? If I just play a bit of Django's Tiger for you and have a look at some of the voicings that I'll play it slowly. There's the dominant 7th. with the diminished. There it is. Dominant 7th. There it is. 6/9. The diminished. Dominant. That sounds very gypsy jazz, right? And it's using these voicings that I've just been talking about. Hope this makes sense. Any questions, please just let me know. Hit that subscribe button, the like, all the typical YouTube stuff. And any questions, just let me know. Keep it up.